fallout. That's the fallout. I know what I'm holding, I know what it does. Take your damage somewhere else, you won't like what this becomes.
Turn that back on, please.
Why?
That song is freaking good.
Yeah?
What's it called?
It's almost over.
No, play it back.
You showed me what you twisted it to be. Now I know the truth beneath it. I feel it on my face. That's the fallout. That's the fallout. And I'm not done.
That's right.
It's a song by a guy named Crustabs here on TikTok, friend of mine.
Is it AI or is it real?
I'll let you decide.
Well, either way, it's a freaking banger.
He will be releasing an album relatively soon. We're going to be doing a watch party for the videos in my Discord. And then he'll be releasing it. What's that?
He sent one to me last night.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, that song's a freaking... That song freaking slaps.
Yeah, he's a pretty good artist. I mean, he's okay. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, Max,
slaps.
can I get your age and who you voted for, please?
We were doing so well. Why do we have to talk politics?
Well, because it is a political live.
I voted for your daddy, Donald J. Trump, baby. Come on now.
So you're in the cult then?
Again, we were doing so well. Why do we have to go there?
You guys are afraid to talk about your guy now.
Who?
I assume that you're a liberal.
Who's that?
You.
Who's that?
Liberal?
Who's that?
You.
Why am I a liberal?
You're afraid to talk about your guy now. I assume that you're talking about Trump. Am I wrong?
Of course. Of course.
Yeah.
They all running away now.
I'm running away. Got it. Okay,
No, you're
cool.
not. You're not. But MAGA as a whole is.
In your opinion, I guess.
Well, that's not my opinion. It's fact. It's shown every day. Polls show it. Polls.
I'm running away. So
I'm not talking about you, dude. I'm talking about the party as a whole.
I love how you get all your information from polls because those were really real in 2016,
I know. The polls
2020.
only count when Trump's ahead, right?
Why are you so? Why are you so triggered?
I'm just saying.
Fucking idiot.
Wow.
So now I'm an effing idiot. Got it.
Yeah,
So you don't allow that?
That was a little ridiculous.
Well, it's crazy. It's like I see the same polls you do, but have we really believed polls in the last 10 years?
Should. Polls,
But they've been wrong for the last 10 years.
I disagree. I think they've all fallen within the margin of error. They just happen to fall on the wrong side of the margin of error.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
But I think that's a fact. Hillary Clinton did win by 3 million votes. So,
But does that change who becomes president? No, not a single president won because of popular vote. You know.
No, but you can't really do polling on electoral college. So you do polling on popular vote.
Yes, you can. You go state by state. You do state by state.
You can't. Then if you go state by state, you're not going to be able to get a good mix of people throughout the country. I mean, you'd have to talk to 20,000 people in each state.
Again, it doesn't matter who wins the popular vote. You know that, and I know that. So what's the point?
Again, the polling is done on the popular vote, though. So the polling was correct about Hillary Clinton. It was just not correct about where those votes were going to come from. Because they didn't say where those votes were going to come from.
I think we're saying the same thing.
Sure.
It doesn't matter who wins the popular vote. Like,
I understand. I understand we were talking about it because of polling. You're saying the polling was wrong. I'm telling you that the polling was right. The polling's always been right.
No, I said from a national standpoint, yeah. But from a state by state standpoint, who won Michigan? Who won Wisconsin? I mean, why are we talking?
All of the individual polls fell within the margin of error too.
Wisconsin 2016. You want to put money on that?
That it fell within the margin of error? Yeah.
Wisconsin 2016. You want to put money on that, buddy?
Yeah. That it fell within the margin of error? Yes.
What are we doing? What are we betting? Let's do it.
That it fell within the margin of error. You understand?
Yeah,
do you know what the margin of error is?
Well, I believe it was either 2 or 3% in Wisconsin with margin of error, but it was like 8%. What was that?
Bullshit.
She's allergic to bullshit.
Who's bullshitting?
You.
Again, you're talking like Trump didn't win. I want you to know that.
Nobody's talking like Trump didn't win. I'm just trying to convince you that fucking polling works. What is wrong with you?
Nothing's wrong with me. From a national standpoint, yeah, polling's pretty accurate. From a state-by-state standpoint, Michigan's always had better.
Yeah, I know. You keep repeating the same stupid nonsense and then going back to the same stupid popular vote bullshit. I'm just telling you that polling works, and I think you understand that polling works. So we can move on from that.
Let's move on. Absolutely.
Holy fuck. How do you feel about the war in Iran?
Not a fan.
Okay. How do you feel about the tariffs or the trade wars that we're in?
I wouldn't say it's a trade war. That's your language, not mine.
Okay. Why is it not a trade war?
A trade war, you can't say that because it's not like tariffs are new. It's not like Biden didn't put tariffs on. I wouldn't call it a trade war.
Wars aren't new either, but we still call them wars.
But again, for you called it a trade war going on. I wouldn't characterize it as that. I'd call it a reciprocal trade imbalance. I'd call it adding tariffs to various goods and services. I wouldn't say it's
Did we get together with the other countries and come to an agreement on how we're going to set up our trade between the two countries, or did Donald Trump just slap a bunch of tariffs on a bunch of shit?
Well, again, you got to be a little more specific than saying, quote, a lot of tariffs and a lot of shit. You can't just say that. Let's be specific here. But no,
I can, because he used a blanket tariff. I can because I can. Hey, Max.
It was not a blanket tariff.
It was
not a blanket tariff.
It was a blanket tariff.
No, it was not.
He's put a 10% tariff on every country on the face of the planet.
Right there, that's not true. It was like 30 countries.
No, it was every country.
Tourists, the penguins, Max.
Dude, it's so funny. You're not willing to actually look at reality, brother.
No, you're not. He put a tariff on every country on the face of the fucking planet. Every single item coming into the United States of America from outside the United States of America was tariffed.
That's literally not true.
You are full of shit.
100%.
You don't know what the fuck you're talking about then.
No, that's literally not true.
It is literally true.
25%. It was 25% for Canada and Mexico, right? For a while.
So that wouldn't be a blanket tariff then. If
it is blanket. When you tariff every single country on the face of the planet without any negotiations at all, that is a blanket tariff by definition.
But can I not respond?
All you're doing is trying to pretzel yourself into some nonsensical fucking position.
No, that's not true. You're not even letting me get more than 4 words out without cutting me off.
Are you whining? Go ahead.
I'm not whining at all. I'm good.
I don't want you to cry, man. Go ahead.
What is happening right now?
I'm
down to have a conversation, but you got to be cool.
Okay. As long as you don't cry. Go ahead.
I'm good, dude. I'm good.
No, you're not. You're fucking crying, dude.
I'm not. The chances of you guys winning the midterms is likely. I'm not here to argue that. I'm just, if you're saying that Trump did all this, you got to be a little bit more specific. You're missing some of these points, brother.
I don't know what point I'm missing.
You said, and I quote, every single country got a tariff, which is not true.
Okay, which country didn't get tariffed?
Most African countries did not get tariffed. Most countries.
Wait, no. Just name me one country. Name me one country. Name me one country.
Proved my point.
Name me one country. Name me one country that didn't get tariffed, so I can look it up.
Someone just reported me. Tell your audience to stop reporting me. I have to drop down. Someone just reported me.
You're full of shit. Nobody fucking reported you.
Did you get an application?
No.
He liar. What a little baby. What a baby.
That's fucking hilarious. I guess he did.
Does he not know that you also get a notification?
I guess he doesn't.
Oh, bless his heart.
Bless his heart.
Bless his little heart. Fuck.
Good try, kid. What the fuck?
He was, you know what? This clip farming shit has come to my attention. Have you heard of that?
Yeah, you go in, you say something stupid, get somebody to say something in return, and then just make a clip out of it.
Yeah, but they have like whole YouTube pages of it and shit. Yeah.
Eric, can I get your age and who you voted for, please? Are you sleeping? What are you doing? Nick, can I get your age and who you voted for?
42 Harris.
Sorry, I don't need... Well, I'll let you step here for right now. Doesn't matter. We don't have any conservatives anyway.
Well, you're getting lucky today.
Why? Why?
You're letting him stay. Mojo hates liberals.
Yeah, I don't like y'all. Yeah, you're right. I don't like liberals. Can you get everybody to tap the screen, show the live out to all your conservative friends, and gift the panel, gift Messi, and send the army or whatever. Thank you.
My Cash App's in my bio. Thank you.
And she sends humiliation audio, at least.
I do.
We got to talk about something. So I'll bring up another ugly ass piece of shit liberal.
Don't like you either.
That's it? That's all you got? Then you're gonna run? Did you get reported, sir? Just like the other guy? Have you looked at the news, Messi? I didn't look today. I did not look at the news at all. Well, fine. We can sit here and music then. And carry.
I learned how to stay awake without asking for too much.
What's wrong with my tiger, Kimberly? You don't like my tiger?
Without needing your touch, you move like you're somewhere else. Even when you're close to me, I keep mistaking proximity for
Elko, if you don't like it, send me some conservatives. It's just Marx. Workers of the world unite.
I can't compete with the drugs.
The tiger is a whole story. I have to tell you the whole story.
Disappear inside yourself before I even move. It's not that I wasn't enough, I just wasn't loud. I can't compete with the drugs when they pull you underground.
Tony, we've had sanctions on Russia forever, and I'm pretty sure we did add tariffs on top of the sanctions, but we don't trade much with them. I think like $3 billion or something like that. It's like next to nothing. Well, then go listen to music. I like talking to conservatives.
No, I like that song.
I like that
That's my
song.
favorite one. It's my favorite. Here, MAGA, 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 MAGA.
You didn't walk in anything cross tabs. Although you should have been here a little bit ago. I had a conservative up, and then I shut down the music, your song, to have him start talking. He says, "Turn the music back on. That was really good." Thought it was funny. It has increased 30% from Russian imports. I don't know, Tony. We could go over it if you want to come up. Can I explain what cult means? Yeah, you follow the guy blindly without question. I think when he said that he could shoot somebody on Fifth Avenue and y'all would still support him, I think that means that you're a cult. And there would be a lot of other things that go behind that too, but obviously some sort of a leader that you will follow blindly, that you will make excuses for. I don't know. 5 billion is nothing. 5 billion is really nothing if you think about it, Tony. In our economy, we have a $7 trillion budget. $1 trillion is $1,000 billion, and you're talking about $5 billion. Yeah, that's pretty much nothing. It's like a fucking nickel that you find in the dryer when you do your laundry. Sorry.
So I was dropping my son off at Waits a minute ago, and I don't even know how this came up, but he was like, out of nowhere, I think Dad's a millionaire. Oh, because he said he wanted AirPods and a car for Christmas. I said, okay, I'll get the AirPods and your dad can get the car. And he giggled, and he's like, I think Dad's a secret millionaire. And I was like, I promise you he's not. He's just really good with money.
He's a secret millionaire?
Yeah, he's like, I think he's just a secret millionaire.
That's funny.
I really don't know what that means. But I'm like, well, what happened for the last 2 years? I promise you he's not.
Kiev was bombarded by Russia. At least 18 killed. Strikes continue in Lebanon. We're still at war in Iran.
Oh! Did you? Can you hear me? Or do I have to see you?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, you can hear me.
No, I can't now. Now I can't hear you.
Trump had a call, and from he made a post on True Social, meaning like everything went well, whatever. But then Axio reported later, it came out from people that were around him when he said it, when he was on the phone. He told BB that you are fucking stupid, and if it wasn't for me, you'd be in jail.
Yeah, I heard about that call.
Did you? I didn't hear about it like last night or this morning when I woke up.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about it yesterday.
Well, I was in and out yesterday.
Yeah, I know. And then you were coming in just to turn people's cameras off and drop people and bring people up, and yeah.
Listen. I apologize for that.
I know. Thank you.
I invited him back. That's why he came back. I don't know if that's why he came back, but I did invite him back and said, come back, please.
He didn't come back.
He did. After he turned his camera off, he came back again. Yes, he did.
Did he?
Yes, he did. Yeah. And then when you ended, we followed him to Radio's page.
Yeah.
I didn't follow him, but.
Yeah, I listened to radios. I listened to radios for a little bit. I listened to a couple other ones after that when I ended. It's always great scrolling through lives and hearing your name. Right.
Isn't it?
I don't think
Yeah.
I don't think I'm hitting the algorithm right now.
I actually just posted a video a few days ago. It said, what did it say? Something like, I love when I hear rumors about me. It's great that my name's still being said at tables I no longer sit at. Stay obsessed. They just love you so much, Mojo. That's all it is.
You saw that video, or did you make that video?
I reposted it. I reposted it or downloaded it and uploaded it and posted it.
They do continue to talk about you too, for sure. John.
Hey, what's up, Mojo? How are you, bro?
I'm alright. Do you know me?
On the Discord. Come up ever so often, yeah.
Oh. I'm sorry. I don't know who you are. I apologize.
It's fine, man.
You came in so cordial, like we have conversations every day. I'm like, wait, I don't know if I know who you are.
What is your Discord name?
No, I probably been talking to you like 3 or 4 months. Probably been a while.
Okay. Well, I assume you're a liberal if you're in the Discord because they've run all the conservatives off. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'm pretty liberal. I'm probably left of most people.
All right. Is there something you want to talk about?
I mean, the whole cult thing. I think there is a section of the Democratic left that's also in a cult that doesn't know why they believe what they believe. They just praise people who say words that they like white supremacy, et cetera, and it's problematic. They don't know the literature.
I don't know if I believe that. Maybe you're right. I don't know. I guess we can get deeper into it. Achilles, can I get your?
For sure right. He's for sure right.
Can I get your age?
I'm for sure right, because I think you should look at Toni Morrison and objectivism as opposed to be non-scientific and like ephemeral with your viewpoints.
Achilles, can I get? Well, once you get bars back, if you can even hear me at all.
I got bad reception. Give me 1 second.
That's what I just said. But thank you for pointing that out. Rosa. Hey. Neb.
What's up?
Debs. Where you been?
Around.
I thought you were all pissed off at me.
No, give me my powers back though.
Rosa, I heard you this morning on a live. You said to a woman, I don't know what the topic was, I didn't stay long, but you said, are you a nurse? You are really intelligent.
Yeah, no, she was going off, dude. She was talking about how, because I said it was Orion's life, because I said that I don't think Mamdani should be putting needle exchange programs in there, and he should be putting clinics with methadone and Subtext and Suboxone, right? And she went off. And I was like, all right, I'll listen. She's smart enough to listen to me for this amount of time, you know what I mean?
Okay. Neb, Dems, Gina, can I get your age and who you voted for?
42, and the only qualified candidate on the ballot, Kamala Harris, in 24, and Democrats up and down the ballot in 26.
John, do you want to care to test your theory?
What?
Oh, test my theory?
Yeah.
Oh, if she knows the literature?
No, well, maybe, I guess whatever it was where you think people on the left are in cults too.
Ooh, I love this question.
Yeah, sure. I mean, what do you think the foundational literature is for anti-racism?
Wait,
what's the seminal work?
Wait, do you have to know what the literature?
Or do you want them to say it?
Wait, hold on. Do you have to know what the literature is to not be a racist?
No, I don't believe in this. I don't believe in group membership at all. I don't believe in essentialism at all.
Okay, whatever you believe in is irrelevant, and that doesn't answer my question. Do you believe that somebody has to read something to not be racist? Or can they just not be racist?
In the terms of racism,
his original claim.
But my point is that Democrats follow the Democratic Party without knowing the literature. So sure, you could be doing the right thing. A broken clock's right twice a day. But when we skew off and somebody introduces something that sounds really good, i.e., when they went after Boghossian at Portland State University, I mean, he was the darling of the left when he was against, the Christian conservatives. And as soon as he said something that was critical of the left, they jumped down his throat and he was a smotsy, et cetera, et cetera. That's because they don't know the literature. They don't know who Boghossian is. They didn't read his books.
Why is
he's
everybody? Wait, stop! Stop!
He's
Just stop! Stop!
I mean,
Why both you fuckers are going through bad internet connection? What is wrong with you?
Me?
Both of you fuckers, yes.
I don't have bad internet now.
Well, you've been going off and on for sure. Achilles, can I get your age and who you voted for?
36, and I'm a non-voter.
Why are you on a political panel then? What makes you think you have the right to be on a political panel?
I think that there's over half of America that doesn't vote.
That is incorrect. Now, what makes you think that you have the right to be on a political panel? Don't
Me?
tell me
You
you're
think
in
that
it.
people can't participate because they don't vote?
You're not participating
You think
if you
that
don't
people
vote.
can't have political perspective because... Are you kidding me? There's all kinds of different views that don't all fall into your little sect of, like, liberal democracy.
Sure, you can want an anarchy. You can still vote. You're not taking part in the system if you're not voting, so fuck you, and you don't have a right to talk.
You're not taking part in this political system.
Yes, that's the fucking country you live in, you dipshit.
No. You're able to criticize the system. You're crazy.
No,
still participate in.
Yes, it's...
No, I'm sorry. You don't get to criticize the system if you don't participate.
With one of the parties in order to criticize the system.
No, I think you do. I think you do.
No,
we have a
you
two-party
don't.
system.
Okay. Well, you do. You have to take part in the system to be able to criticize it here anyway.
Voting isn't taking part in one of the parties. And there are like 40 parties.
Okay, can you fix your goddamn cell service, John? Because you're going to drive me crazy, too.
I'm working on it.
Okay.
It could be better now.
It is right now. But you've been going in and out. You've been going in and out just like the other guy. So, are we allowed to have beliefs? Are we allowed to have beliefs without actually reading about it? Because it seems to me that the opposite would be true. That if you read something and you believe that thing to be true because you read that, that would more likely put you in a cult than somebody that just believes something because it's true of who they are as a person.
Well, I'm saying it's euphemistic. They believe something categorically is good, but it's not always good. Like, it's good to not describe somebody based on their group membership, but then when it's done to the class that's seen as the overclass, then it's fine. Like, it's fine if you're punching up. It's not okay to quote unquote punch down. So any criticism on somebody who seems to be benighted in any way,
who said it's not fine
looked at as wrong.
Who said it's bad to not? Who said it's bad to punch down? Who says that?
The liberals say that a lot. I mean, there's a bunch of
see. I'm good. I'm good with attacking people that live in trailer parks and vote for Donald Trump. I'm good with that.
Right, and I'm okay with attacking liberals who don't read books and are have sub-education and
awesome. That's still not. That still has nothing to do with being in a cult, though.
Right, because I get attacked by liberals all the time and called a conservative because I disagree with them on fundamental ideas. Like, I don't think every aspiration of the West is therefore white supremacy. Like,
yeah,
stoicism.
Wait, John, but you made the claim that there are people on the left that are in a cult because they don't read things that you read. That's the claim you made.
No, it's not just don't read things. They don't have a backing. They're just accepting someone's point of view without any education.
Why can't it just be their point of view?
It can be. It can be an uneducated one, sure.
Sure.
I mean,
does that mean you're in a cult?
An uneducated point of view. It doesn't. It does often, yeah. When you blindly show allegiance to somebody and you just march in step and flat and vote for everybody in that line when they're doing horrible things, when they're doing economic terrorism, when we have East Timor going on, when we have the Clintons. I mean, there's things you shouldn't sign off in that are on the Liberal Party that are, maybe less evil, I guess you could say.
We shouldn't sign off on them because you say we shouldn't sign off on them?
No,
wouldn't that make if we follow you on that, if we follow you on that, does that not put us in a cult?
No, you shouldn't follow me. It's a consensus of scientists and specialists in this area, which is in other ways what we fight for as quote unquote a group
science on East Timor. What are you talking about?
No, I mean, you're just merging things that I said in different contexts.
Yeah, because you're saying so much stupid shit at the exact same time.
East Timor has been devastated by the West. A lot of that had happened under Democratic leadership. So we shouldn't blindly follow the Democratic leadership because they do bad things. So we should criticize those things.
You're just saying a bunch of random shit, dude. Stick to one topic. What the fuck?
Okay.
What?
I think that John is equating being a debate bro with being political.
I think that's what it is too.
Being a debate bro, what do you mean?
Whatever literature you're talking about. The literature. They haven't read the literature. They don't know X, Y, Z philosopher, whoever the fuck.
No. Not XYZ. Like Blumenbach's Unpacking the Backpack of Racism. That's like a seminal work within liberal politics in the modern age. That's like recent. It's like 04. I think it was written again. And she wrote a bigger article in 2010, 2014 with some other people. And when you look at like the
04 was 22 years ago.
Did you want me to put that
in the modern age?
Weren't born yet when that happened.
You have what? That weren't born yet? I'm sorry?
I've had interns who were not born in 04, and they're whole ass adults.
Right, and like I said, this goes on to 2015, 2017. This literature also moves later, and there's other people who have written on it, like Ta-Nehisi Coates.
I actually grew up in a cult, and what you're saying sounds very cult-like.
Messy, did you want me to post that image or something? Is that what you're telling me, to post that or to put that image up here?
God, no, do not. No.
Okay,
did you see that?
Yeah, I did see it.
What the fuck is that? They are not trying to make that appealing.
I don't know. Anyway, sorry, go ahead, guys.
I'm so sorry. I would like to hear more about the cult you grew up in, but that's interesting.
I mean, I was raised by a Christian fundamentalist. So, like, I was not allowed to wear jeans.
No jeans?
But is that the fundamental Southern Baptist F?
No.
No.
We were actually Seventh-day Adventist. And I wouldn't classify the entire group as a cult, but there are definitely parts of it that are very, very culty. I mean, we were very conservative in that church. So, but yeah, I grew up reading the literature and basing everything on the literature and, distributing the literature.
But isn't that like a couple books?
Wait,
we're not talking like peer-reviewed studies as far as literature here, right?
Wait, how many books do you have to have read to be acceptable to John?
It's not how many books you have to read. I mean, I'm just talking about holding a strong opinion. Like, I'm not judging people based on their level of education or what they get interested in. But if you hold a strong opinion and you're willing to like degrade others and yell at other people for that opinion, I mean, it should be required that you at least, like, I should think you're less of a human for not reading the literature on your own opinion and the words you're using.
So you're telling me that if I can perfectly defend my belief structure without ever reading a book in my entire life, actually, you know what? I can't read, but I can still defend what I believe. You're telling me that that's bad?
No, I'm not telling you that it's bad, but that's different. Like, defending what you believe is different than holding someone else to account and shouting them down and trying to socially, obscure them from the rest of society.
Okay, now you're just going off about a bunch of shit that wasn't being talked about. Answer my question.
No, that's what I'm talking about. That's the cult behavior. When you say because I believe what
that's not what you were talking about, and that's not the question I asked.
What are you talking about now?
Now you're just saying random shit, dude.
I'm not saying random shit.
I asked you if I have to be able to read about something.
I said no first.
Okay, well then good. Then leave it there. There's no reason to just start spouting random nonsense.
But you're just taking it to an area where I'm not. It's just outside of the context that I speak in.
Yeah, what you're telling me is that I'm not allowed to hold a belief unless I've read a bunch of shit about it. And I'm going to try and figure out, I guess, how much shit I have to read about it to be able to hold that stance in your mind. Do I have to read 2 books, 4 books? How many peer-reviewed studies do I have to read? When do I qualify?
You don't have to read anything, Mojo. Listen,
well, why are you saying that I'm in a cult if I didn't read about it?
Hold on. Because if you're yelling at somebody else and you're putting your ire on them and you're grabbing other people and telling them to come along and hate these people, then it would be good if you knew why you were hating them and there was I can still defend what my belief structure is without actually reading somebody else's opinion on it, right? Right. I can read no black opinions and I can defend racism quite easily. That doesn't.
And I could do it the other way around too, couldn't I?
It would do me well to.
Wait, I could read.
Wait,
John. I can read. I can read. I can read no. I can read no black opinions. If you didn't
have the benefit of the literature, you would lose that argument.
I think that's incorrect. I think that's pretty sad that you believe that. I think that means you're in a cult. I think that means that you are telling me right now that I have to say what somebody else says in order to believe the thing that I believe. And I think that's cult-like.
I also want to add, they've done, Gallup polls on this. And by and far, by the way, I'm not a liberal, but by far, liberals are more well-read. Hold on, John.
Wait, hold on. He's lagging. He's lagging really bad. That's what that is.
Oh, I can't even see his bars. They've done Gallup studies on this, and by far, liberals are much more well-read than Republicans. They have higher college educations. I mean, based off of what we define as intelligence, liberals would fall under that much more than Republicans do. So I don't know where you get this idea that liberals don't read. I mean, I would say that they do nothing but read.
Yeah.
Well, did you read the 2004 Vollarm-Jergerman paper about the deconstruction of, I don't even know.
He got me there for sure. I don't know if they've read that.
I'll tell you.
No, I'm not saying you have to read something. I'm just saying that there are more educated people who are Democrats versus Republicans. I would say that's mostly agreed upon, because I think education leads you to a more egalitarian view of the world, because you consider more things and you're just more thoughtful. So I agree with that, but I think when you have people on the left who are yelling and screaming about concepts that they don't really understand, and they're demonizing other people based on their belief system without any understanding of any kind of any side of the literature, whether it's positive or negative. They haven't done any research. They're just saying things. They're just regurgitating what they heard. I think that's patently dangerous.
John, is there a specific event you're talking about? Is there a specific, maybe I came in too late. Is there a specific event you're talking about?
I gave one example of Boghossian at PSU. I mean, there's Eric Weinstein's brother, Brett, at Greenhaven. I mean, the ones that are large that a lot of people have seen. Mm-hmm. Boghossian's definitely not a conservative. He's definitely a liberal. And he definitely didn't deserve being thrown to his window. He did behavior.
It's
most of that came from Reed College.
Yeah, I'm gonna boot you until you can get your fucking internet fixed. This is ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
Now I see the bars. He has one bar. John, you have one bar, my friend.
He's just going back and forth. I assume he's teleporting. Not positive, but...
I mean, I'm just wondering why I can't yell at people for being like, well, we should not feed children because whatever stupid reason they have. Like, feed children. Like, I'm a Democrat because I believe in feeding people. I'm a Democrat because I believe that everybody should have health care. I'm not a Democrat because some thought police, I don't even, like, who fuck is Boghossian? I don't even know who that is. Or if
you can't be a Democrat unless you know who that is, and you can't be a Democrat unless you've read 10 different studies on why it's bad to not feed children. You have to be able to read those studies. You have to be able to cite them.
Yeah, well, I mean, have you ever tried to educate a child who is hungry?
No, but I want to see a study about that. I want the literature.
They ain't gonna participate.
Well, but there's got to be literature out there, and we're all uneducated. If we're uneducated, we're just living in a cult, believing that to be true.
Yeah, I mean, I'm allowed to.
I can teleport, but we can't deport.
Oh, why is it that you're... Oh, Patel, what else do you have that you know anything about? Anything other than normal topic.
I'm saying to the Democrat Party, give me the same policy, I will vote Democrat. Because I think Trump's failing on other things as well. I'm not just saying he's a great president. I think he's started to fail on a couple of things. So people are diverging, but then when the 2028 shows up, it'll be a choice again, and then Trump will have the right immigration policy, and you guys will have a shit immigration policy. So I'll have to go Trump again.
How do you feel about tariffs? I don't give two shits about your immigration policy. I don't care how you feel about immigration because that's the only fucking thing you ever talk about. How do you feel about tariffs?
I think they should be targeted, but there should be tariffs, but they should be targeted.
Who should they be targeted at, and why?
Like EVs, for example. If Chinese EVs came here to the United States, they would bankrupt our car companies, including our EV car companies, Rivian, Tesla, any other ones, Lucid, all the other also rans, but mostly the Rivian and Tesla, and obviously Ford, GM, Chrysler.
Why would that be bad? Why would that be a bad thing? Okay, shut up. Why would that be a bad thing?
Because a lot of the supporting businesses, like for example dealerships, right? Dealerships in a small town, especially in the USA, host. Because I have 2 Teslas. I actually bought mine online, so I've never.
Okay, I don't care. Jesus fucking Christ!
Is that what I'm doing is actually bad for the economy because the person working at the dealership, there's a lot of jobs. There's a sales job. There's like management jobs. There's mechanics. There's tire center. All these jobs are going to be displaced, right? This is lots of.
Okay,
class jobs.
If we have to have cars. We have to have cars. Period. I mean, we have to have cars in the U.S. It takes cars to actually travel and work or do whatever you're going to do. So as long as we have cars, we're going to need somebody to work on those cars, right? Whether those cars are made in China or they're made in Thailand or they're made in Japan, it is true. The cars will have to be worked on, right?
Yes, but let me give you an example.
No, I don't need an example. Do the cars have to be worked on that people drive?
Yes.
Okay, so we will always have mechanics. We'll always have auto body shops.
But that's not what I'm saying, Mojo. Is because
that's exactly what you said.
No, electric cars require less mechanics than gas cars do.
Okay, I don't care.
Parts. What do you mean you don't care?
I don't care how many mechanics they take. It doesn't matter to me. You were complaining about not having. You were complaining about Chinese cars taking over American companies because they're cheaper and better, but they don't take as many mechanics. But we still need. I asked you why. Why does that matter? And you said because we have mechanics and we have other people that have to do this. We have other people that have to do that. All that stuff still exists, no matter where the car comes from.
We also have dealerships.
Yeah, dealerships also exist. Dealerships also exist, even if the cars are made in China.
No, you don't have to have a dealership.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
I bought my Teslas online.
Okay, you could buy any car online too. It doesn't matter whether it's coming from China or the U.S. You can buy any car online.
No, you can't buy a brand new Chevy Silverado online. You have to go to a dealership.
No, that's incorrect. You can absolutely purchase a fucking Silverado and have it delivered to your house.
Brand new.
Yes.
It comes through a dealership.
It has to go through a dealership. That's what I'm trying to
explain. All of them do. Your Tesla goes through a fucking dealership too. What is wrong with you? Bullshit.
I bought it on the app.
What do you think the app is? It's fucking Tesla dealership.
It's not.
It is too. Oh my God! Tesla dealerships are owned by fucking Tesla. Period. You are being fucking ridiculous.
I bought 3 Teslas and I have 2 Teslas now. Okay.
Yeah. I don't care what you have. Why do you not understand that?
So you're explaining the process to a guy who's done this 3 times is what I'm trying to explain to you.
I'm telling you that you can buy any car online. So what I'm asking you...
It's not. I'm telling you that's not a true statement, Mojo, and I can explain before you get all angry. I can explain.
Let me just look it up. I'll look it up for you guys.
All right, so Tesla was the first.
You can buy a Chevy online right now and have it delivered on a truck to your house on a rollback. We cut trucks all the time for the landscape industry. We get them delivered right to the shop from Chevy.
Yeah, but you have to buy it through a dealership. That's the contract that Chevy signed up with all their dealers. You have to buy it through a dealership. Brand new Chevy has to be bought from a dealership, whereas a Tesla never signed those contracts. So Tesla can be bought directly from Tesla. Actually, is bought directly from Tesla, where they take the deposit, and then when the car's ready, you pay the remaining amount, right? Or you finance it, whatever. You pay it or finance it, and then the car gets sent to your house, or you.
That's the
pick it
same
up.
way with any fucking car.
It's not.
It is too.
You can't. Okay, there are no Tesla dealerships.
You're such an idiot,
dude. How many Tesla dealerships are this is a simple fact that can be.
Are you? Wait, hold on. Are you suggesting right now? Are you suggesting? Hey, dipshit. Hey, dipshit. Are you suggesting? Are you suggesting right now that Tesla has fewer employees than Chevy does?
Yes, they have 0 dealerships almost right now.
Okay, so then we should just outlaw Tesla.
No, I'm saying that's the model that Chinese EV companies have.
So we should outlaw Tesla. Model. If we should outlaw Tesla, then if we can't have Chinese cars, we should outlaw Tesla too for the exact same reason.
Agree.
No, because the Teslas are manufactured. I mean, the Teslas are manufactured in the U.S., right?
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. They don't have dealerships, and just like you were bitching about China not having dealerships because you can just get them fucking ordered or whatever the fuck you think it is. Then we should outlaw Tesla and Chinese cars exact same way.
I think Tesla, you have a point there. Tesla is a problem or long term to large car manufacturers, and that's why if you go look at the market cap of Toyota and the price per earnings for Toyota, and you compare
I don't care about any of this shit. Stop. Just stop, dude.
Why do you think that's
so you want to outlaw Tesla? You want to outlaw Tesla and all Chinese cars too? I got you. So go ahead and give up your cars. Go ahead and give up your cars. Go ahead.
Crisis. That's all I'm
saying. Go ahead. What? Then let the Chinese cars come in. What the fuck?
Yeah, then you're gonna have an employment crisis. You're gonna.
What the fuck? You just said there's gonna be one anyway.
What do you mean? I'm saying there's going to be one in the long term because what still is happening is even today Tesla cars are more expensive. When the Chinese come in, they're going to target the $20,000 bracket. Okay, when they start targeting that, they're going head-to-head against Chevy and Ford, and they're going for the lower end, actually, $20,000, $25,000, right? And they're going to get cheaper trucks, and it's going to be – you're going to have a huge employment crisis in the United States, not just for factory workers, dealerships. And a dealership creates a lot of businesses around the dealership, like food businesses, small businesses that have restaurants and stuff. Those will go out of business.
Stupid. They will not.
I mean, that's going to happen anyway.
It's what happened to Youngstown, Ohio.
That's what happens anyway with AI and the advent of automating everything. So it's just kind of kicking the can down the road. So we might as well give people cheaper cars because they need it.
Yeah, they're not going to be able to buy it because they won't have jobs. It's not about giving them cheaper cars. They just won't be able to buy it. Nobody will be able to buy it. There'll be deflation across the board.
Somebody has to.
50% of the economy is doing really well, so 50% of the economy will be able to buy it. Wouldn't it be better to have a cheaper product that more consumers could purchase with less?
How is 50% of the economy doing better, dude? Where do you get your stats from?
Well, look at the numbers, man, of the people who have jobs and the people who are doing well and the amount of billionaires. Look at the economical numbers in the country.
50% of the U.S. is billionaires? What are you talking about?
Nobody said that, bro. I said that 50% of the economy is doing well. I mean, they are upwardly mobile. They have a job.
I don't agree with that. Okay.
Well, I mean, look at the numbers, dude. It's Pareto distribution.
The U.S. housing market is sitting on a time bomb, okay? There's people who understand this, and you guys will see it because every financial crisis, every crash we've had is worse than the previous crash. The boom bust cycle has just gotten more bigger, so the bubble's actually bigger every time.
Bigger,
right? Mm-hmm. So you don't understand is when the crash happens, you guys will be like, oh yeah, I see it. But you don't understand that the tariffs is a German model.
No, it's
okay. Not. In the 90s, when China became a competitor, joined the WTO, Germany came up with a policy where they shielded their manufacturing, where they could still manufacture cars in Germany by tariffs. They used tariffs to, kind of undercut the Japanese automakers that were coming in and trying to take the jobs, and also the German automakers that wanted to send those jobs to China or to Mexico, right? Germany firewalled that using tariffs. Germany did. Google it. And it was a successful tariff policy that created a strong middle class and also created a strong manufacturing base. So Germany can repurpose that manufacturing base if they need to fight WAR, right? They have the manufacturing base. They retain their high-tech manufacturing base, cars especially, BMW,
Now you're just saying
Volkswagen,
random shit. Stop.
Porsche.
Just stop. Just stop.
Look it
Just
up.
stop. You're just saying random shit. Okay, wait. Hey, stop. Just stop. Stop. Do you believe in a capitalist system?
I believe in kind of like I believe in capitalism, but not the robber baron style that I don't believe in the extreme capitalism bullshit. I do believe in controlled capitalism, which means that there are some
regulated capitalism.
Regulated,
so you want to decide. Hey, stop, Jay. You want to decide who succeeds in a capitalistic society. That's what you're saying.
That's already being decided. There's no.
I just asked what you want. I just asked what you want.
I want where there's just rules, but no picking winners and losers.
See, I like the idea of comparative advantage. The company, the country, the people, the idea that somebody can make something cheaper and better should be the one that wins out in the end, because that's the only way we progress through an economic situation. But you want to protect the people that are doing it worse and doing it more expensively, and I think that's probably bad.
I would state the case study of Youngstown, Ohio. Right.
I don't care what you would state.
It leads to larger societal degradation. What does? Youngstown, Ohio, in the 90s became a victim to NAFTA, which became worse under China, and now
NAFTA doesn't apply to
fentanyl.
NAFTA doesn't apply to China.
Okay, NAFTA start first, and then China is what I said. But Youngstown, Ohio became the heart of the fentanyl crisis because people in Youngstown, Ohio associated a job with more than just an income. They saw that as their identity. They would have coworkers, friends at work. When they saw people moving away from the town, the schools stopped getting funded, the property prices plummeted, their property taxes plummeted. The whole society degraded. And now if you go to Youngstown, Ohio, it's basically to buy fentanyl, right? That's what it is for. So you want our nation to go through to become a Youngstown, Ohio, you're going to have massive degradation, societal degradation in America.
What I want is technological advancement. I want technology. I want innovation. I want invention. I want to see new companies starting. I want to see competition in a marketplace.
In Germany.
Just shut up. This is a capitalistic system. Now, I don't think that this can last forever. I think we're going to have to change it either way, especially with automation, robotics, and AI. However, the system that we have right now makes more sense to set it up as a free market system, so comparative advantage actually works. Now, if Youngstown, Ohio went out of business because they were simply not what is the term I'm looking for?
Don't say competitive. Because you can't compete against the third world living standard. You can't compete against that.
Would you shut up? Fuck. If they're not innovative enough, if they're not, God, I fucking hate when you interrupt. Go ahead.
Look, Mojo, you're not being a fair human being when you say that a worker in Youngstown, Ohio needs to be paid the same amount of Mexico or China. Okay.
I didn't say that. Nobody said that.
The cost of living in those nations, say that. These people have to. It's like.
Wait, hold on. I didn't say that, Jay. I didn't say that.
You said they were less efficient or something. Like you said they were.
There you go. They're less efficient. Yes, they are less efficient.
How can you be more efficient?
They are. God, Jay. They are less efficient. They can't do it as cheaply, so they shouldn't be doing it in the first place. You shouldn't support. You shouldn't. That's fine. That's fine. If somebody can do it cheaper, that's fine. If somebody can do it cheaper, the people that do it cheaper should be able to do it cheaper. That's more for the consumer to buy. We have more options in the marketplace. We can do it a lot cheaper here, which gives us a better standard of living as well. What I'm saying is that we need innovation. That's something we're good at. We're good at innovating. We're good at invention. We should be creating new ideas, new products, new services. These are things that we should be doing. Youngstown shouldn't have to be building cars that they can't compete in, and we shouldn't have to prop them up building cars that they can't compete in. They should come up with something better.
again, Mojo, when you have a society, if you live in the United States and if you're competing against somebody in China with 1/10 or 1/100th the wage back in the day, especially because they live in China, they can afford to live in China, they have a lower standard of living. We cannot do that. It's physically impossible.
Then we shouldn't try.
Teleport themselves to
Then
China
we shouldn't try.
Live.
Then we shouldn't try. Then we shouldn't try.
And that's where I disagree with you, because without a manufacturing base, you can't be a superpower. Because if you look at
all you're doing is making the consumer pay more money for no reason.
It's called national security. Dude.
There's no reason.
We can't be a financial services monolith and expect that when there's a WAR, we suddenly turn around and be like, everybody get in the factories now. Let's start making ballistic missiles. Not going to happen, buddy. You need to have a manufacturing
We have
base.
those companies. We have those.
They're not sustainable.
Hey, stop, Jay. We have those companies. We have the military-industrial complex in this country. That's not something that anybody can compete with us on.
No, that's not true, though. Because the Pentagon just released an assessment where they said that out of the 8...
Okay, go ahead, Neb. He's fucking annoying.
Clarification. Each of you summarize your like position in like 2 sentences, because I'm lost.
Okay, let me summarize mine in 2 sentences. Okay.
Well, I would rather hear Mojo.
Okay, go ahead, Mojo.
First.
If we're gonna,
he has the point that makes more sense.
If we're gonna live in a capitalistic system, that system should allow for free trade to ensure that the prices of the products and the quality of the products is the best possible for the consumer. I guess that'd be the summary. I don't know if you have any questions about that.
I have a question. I hear what you're saying.
Can I respond?
don't think that. Actually, yeah, because Jay was talking.
I can respond and then you can go B. Look.
Yeah, for sure.
We should live in a system which is responsible to the participants of the system, which are the citizens of the United States of America. Their security, their well-being should be our core ideology. Capitalism, if it's the best system, we adopt that system, but we make sure that the system works for us and we don't work for the system. There's a difference there, which means when we see gaps in the system, we modify the system to be more realistic. And national security, so having good manufacturing jobs creates a good, healthy society where people are mentally stable.
This is more than a couple. This is more than a couple. This is more than a couple of sentences. This is more than a couple of sentences. You're going off.
Okay, fine.
Fuck. Do you have questions for Jay?
And this is coming from a guy who owns Chinese EV stock. I own Chinese.
Just shut up. Who fucking cares?
Yeah, I was saying before, I agree that I don't think we should demonize globalization. I think, honestly, at this point, we can't really get away from it with the advent of new technologies and being able to travel and, all that good stuff. But I would also say that there, like Jay is partially correct too, is there not a trend since we have globalized, the economic conditions of the working class in America have gotten worse as a result of globalization?
The working class have gotten worse? I don't think so.
Well, like with the advent of NAFTA or like the China shop.
I don't think so.
Completely over shipping. Okay.
I don't think so. I know that we used to have good auto manufacturing jobs, but now we've got good tech jobs. Now we've got good service jobs. Now we do a lot of banking, a lot of financial things in this country. I think things are just moving from one economy to another. And I think that's probably a good thing because one takes less labor and one makes more money.
All right, can I just respond to one point that I was trying to make earlier? Just one point is that the Pentagon released assessment that says we had 18,000 stockpiles in 2022 of ballistic missiles, right? Interceptors, like for our, Patriot missile system. And what happened is we had the Ukraine war and then we had the Israel-Iran shit. So now we have only 12,000. We expended 12,000 missiles, interceptors. So we have like 6,000. And how many do we make a year? We make 1,500 a year. Okay. So now let's say you live in this financial services complex where America is like the financial services part of the global economy, right? And you want to do a WAR against, say, Iran right now. That's what's happening now.
It takes so long to say
China
anything.
Doesn't feel like they need to supply you with so you don't have the manufacturing base, first off. And I think we're already on. This is not even about Trump. This is like a systemic thing where the U.S. Elites have made a choice.
Okay, stop. You're just rambling, dude. Who else makes Patriot? Who else makes Patriot missiles?
I think the U.S. is the only
Thank you.
nation.
Yeah,
the only people who make it.
Then it's a stupid point. Then it's a stupid point you're making.
How is it stupid?
Because there's nobody to compete with us.
So every time we've had a major, like for example, World War II, we've always repurposed car manufacturing factories for making weapons. This has always been our game. Every nation does this on Earth when there's.
Wait, this is irrelevant to the discussion.
You want to haul out the manufacturing? How are you going to repurpose anything? There's going to be nothing to repurpose.
The military-industrial complex can absolutely make more missiles. They can. All we have to do is pay for them. They can make as many as they fucking want.
Dude, but they need the plants to make them, and unless you afford it,
they can make them in the plants. They can make them in the plants that they have right now. They can build a new plant for Christ's sake if they want to. All we have to do is pay for it. That's it.
The Pentagon says we can't do that because we have no rare earths, dude. The semiconductors, they use rare earths, including missile systems, including your cell phone, including your laptop. The only mines that exist, because we have mines, but it takes 10 years to create a mine.
Right. So you're telling me we have to trade with other countries. We have to live in a global marketplace, and we have to get things. And we have to. No, we didn't.
Yes,
if we have no rare earth minerals, and the rare earth minerals that are needed to run Patriot systems are from other countries, we are required to trade with other countries, which means we should get the best possible price for the particular things that we're looking for, including fucking Chinese vehicles.
Okay, Mojo, I think you have it wrong. Rare earths are not like oil. Rare earths are
I didn't say they were like oil. What the fuck?
No, I'm saying we have them. See, every nation on Earth has rare earths, okay? But it takes a while to create a mine, to develop a mine, and then it takes a while to take those
why are we not doing that?
And process them.
So why are we not doing that?
Plants.
So why are we not doing that?
Because we have never invested because we've followed your model.
No, you haven't followed my model. I'm sorry, you have. You're not. This has nothing to do with my model.
You develop your mines. We'll just sit here and buy it from you. And today they're saying,
isn't that a good idea? Hold on, isn't that a good idea? We can buy our rare earth minerals from another country, and we can keep ours for stockpile for future use when needed. When everybody else runs out, when everybody else runs out, we'll still have some. Isn't that a good idea?
No, rare earths are plentiful if you create the mine and the processing associated with it, which takes 20 years. Which takes 20 years because it takes a long time to build those processing because you need to find the rare earths. Based on the rare earths that you find, you need to refine and process them.
If we haven't found them, how do you know? Jay. If we haven't found them, how do you know we have them?
We have them, but we just have to.
Okay, so we found them. We know that they're there. We just have to
mine them. It takes 10 years to create a mine.
Oh, that's ridiculous. By the way,
that's the timeline based on industry standards.
Dude, I did just look this up, Jay, though. We are moving towards the U.S. is responding to the threat, so we are moving towards.
Yes, we are moving towards, but that's what it requires is manufacturing. We need to move towards that. It's because we're finally learning our lesson that when it comes to a crisis, right? You're not going to have any GM, Ford plans to repurpose. You're not going to have any because everything is going to be freaking Youngstown, Ohio. It's going to be warehouses and ghost warehouses where people are going to be shooting up fentanyl. It's not going to be a working assembly line. and you don't
Well,
want
maybe
that.
we don't need to be so imperialistic and have all these imperialistic desires to go and invade other countries or help other countries that invade other countries. Maybe this will cool us down a bit. I think the U.S. needs a cool down
The
period.
world is a jungle, and unless you are the lion in the jungle, you are prey. You get eaten.
That's not true.
Either
That's
you
not
be the
true.
one eating or you be the one being eaten. So you make that choice.
That's
If
not
you want to
true.
get eaten, fine. China will or Russia will take over. They'll be like, yeah, sure, we'll be the top dog. It's like the mafia. That's how it
You
works.
just
I mean, when you
saved
think of top dog, are you thinking that they're going to come here and like implement like everyone
Yeah.
speaks Mandarin or Cantonese?
No, they may
and
not
we're
do-
all like they're just going to be the global hegemon in terms of currency, right?
No, they're gonna impose their will on us. That's just straight up.
What
That's
is
how
their
it works.
will, though? What is their will, though?
They might say, you know what, I don't like your liberal values. For example, Russian way of life is so and so. We are going to bring the Russian way of life to America, and you don't like it, fine, fuck you. I mean, we're going to be the Iraqis then. Welcome to we'll be the Iraq.
Mistake
It's-
that you're
there
just
is
very
no
paranoid.
world. This is the thing that I don't understand with liberals. Okay. I don't understand these liberal people who keep saying there's international law. What international law? Explain to me what is international. There is no
This
international
is just
police
one
force.
straw man after another, man. You
Yeah,
don't
I don't
ever
know who you're
follow a
arguing with. You're
conversation.
arguing
No, I'm just saying.
wallpaper.
I'm just saying. Jay, stop it. Stop it. You were just fucking gish galloping. You're fucking setting up straw men. You're talking about shit that nobody else is talking about. Just stick to the fucking point. You fucking ramble like
It's all
crazy.
connected. It's all
No,
connected.
it's not all connected.
Yes, it's all connected.
Okay, I want to go back to the rare earth minerals. That's fine. We have rare earth minerals in this country. We can mine them whenever we want. That's fine. So that has nothing to do with the Patriot missile system. The wonderful thing about the way that the economy is set up under a capitalist system is that we have the comparative advantage to create Patriot missile systems, and we are the only fucking country that does it. So everybody has to come to us if they want those things. Period. And we're the only one that can manufacture those things. So that's gonna ensure that we keep manufacturing here in the US for those particular items. It's gonna work that way with any other item that we have a comparative advantage on. And that's the way
You don't have an advantage.
would you shut the fuck up? That's the way a free market system works. When you have a comparative advantage, nobody else is making it. You're making it because you can do it cheaper, better, or even in this case, you can make it. Nobody else can.
But what you're saying, the statement is not true, Mojo.
What's not true?
Okay. If you look online, it's a simple search, right? This is public data.
Oh my God!
You go
Stop!
online
Just
and you
fucking
search,
answer
do
the goddamn
Patriot
question.
missile systems need rare earth minerals for
This
production?
is irrelevant to the point I made.
If China cuts off rare earths, we're not going to be able to make jack.
We have rare earth minerals, you said. So what the fuck is wrong
we
with
have
you?
them, but it takes 10 years to make a mine. It takes another 10 years worth of investments.
And she just told you that we're doing. And she just told you that we're
That's
doing
20
that right.
years worth.
And
Yeah,
she
we're
just
20 years
fucking.
behind.
Hey, dipshit! She just told you that we're doing that right
Yes,
now.
we're starting now. But
Okay,
it's
good.
20
Then
years
stop
behind.
fucking bitching.
What if we have a WW3 tomorrow?
What if pigs fly tomorrow? I don't fucking know. What if we're hit by an
that's the
asteroid
threat
tomorrow?
that Trump
I don't
is
fucking
dealing
care.
That's the
Jay,
threat
there's no
Trump is
Fuck is
dealing
wrong
with
with you?
now. That's what
Jay,
he's
there's
dealing
no
with.
alternative. Like you said, if China is not willing to share with us, then the only alternative we have is to make our own. And unfortunately, we just have to play the waiting game. What do you want to happen, Jay? We can't go any faster.
That's why I'm saying the Democrats fucked us. That's why Trump wants to go back to tariffs.
So stupid.
Why don't
This
you
has nothing to
understand
do with tariffs. This has nothing at all to do with
And the
tariffs.
Republicans fucked us too. The Democrats and the Republicans who did NAFTA fucked us
Hey,
over.
dipshit. This has nothing to do with NAFTA or tariffs. Nothing.
It does, but fine.
No, it doesn't.
The whole concept of taking manufacturing out of the borders of a country itself was done after NAFTA. It was a whole play by Wall Street.
Okay, again, nothing to do with
robber
fucking
barons.
NAFTA. Again, nothing to do with NAFTA. If we didn't need the rare earth minerals because we could get them from somewhere else, we got them from somewhere else. That's awesome. And now we can get them from now. And now we can get them from here as well. We can set that system up
We
if we need
invested
to,
the
if we
money to
want
get
to.
the Chinese
Hey, stop!
mines
Just
done.
stop! Just stop! Just stop! Just stop! because they could do it cheaper than we could. So it makes no sense for us to pay more here when we can get it from there cheaper.
It does make more sense.
A trade with China
if we are at war with them,
NAFTA. I'm
nobody else makes.
China is separate.
Nobody else makes these things. Nobody else.
You just said a statement that is oxymoronic. You just said why it doesn't make any sense for us to make it here when we can get it cheaper from them, except when we are in a WAR against them.
Nobody else makes these things. It's not like we have to compete.
No, that's fine. I'm saying
it's not like
China makes their own Patriot missiles. They make their own kind.
No, they
whatever
don't.
That's called.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do. They have interceptors. They have missile interceptors. It's called HQ-9. That's the defense. It's like the S-300, S-400. The Patriot is our system. The S-300, S-400 are the Russian systems. And the HQ-3 or whatever, the HQ-9 is the Chinese systems. There's the multiple options in the world.
I'm just gonna say you're full of shit, and nothing compares to the Patriot
What is the
missiles.
Chinese air defense system?
Shut the fuck up, dude. Stop yelling over the top of me or anybody else. I'm going to say it doesn't matter because nothing works as well as the Patriot system, and the Patriot system is more than 30 years old now, and we have a new system that will be putting in place in the near future anyway.
So why did Trump stop the war? He stopped the war because it was low on interceptors. That's what the Pentagon assessment says that. So I don't know if you, whatever you're thinking,
we
Mojo,
shouldn't be doing this anyway. This is like the whole premise is based off of us going to war. We need to stop doing that, Jay. It is costing the American taxpayer.
What we need to stop doing is relying on China.
So fucking Jay, stop doing that.
Let me finish. It's costing the American taxpayer so much money to do these endless wars. We need to stop doing these wars, period. So if we lose access to being able to build missiles, I think that's overall a good thing for us, but definitely for the rest of the world.
It's not. Because you don't
going
understand
to war
that
with Iran got us but expensive gas prices. And
Iran
little
is China's
girls getting
proxy.
boomed into the sky.
You do understand that Iran's China's proxy and
What
Israel
makes
is
you
our
think
proxy.
China wants to go to war with us? When has China ever shown that? And in fact, they've set up a BRIC system that is a multipolar world. They want a multipolar world
with us right now. Did you know that a California mayor was charged with espionage who was a Chinese national? She was a mayor in the city of California.
Yeah, just talk over Jay because Jay just says random shit.
Honestly,
I did hear that.
Hey, Mojo,
It's just
30
ridiculous.
seconds.
What the
Can I get
fuck,
30
man?
seconds, Mojo?
She was charged with being a Chinese spy
Okay, a one-off
in California.
A one-off. How many spies does America have across the world? Come on, be real.
Go ahead,
I would love to touch so many subjects.
Wait, hold on.
Okay.
My guy, go ahead.
What's up, Mojo? Now, because you were talking about minerals, rare minerals earlier. China, there's a magnet, apparently magnesium of some kind that only grows in the soil of China, is used for our fighter jets, magnets. Now, tell me why the U.S. has a deal with China to get that magnet that they need to work their fighter jets, and tell me that they're not in some kind of agreement overall. Does that make sense? Like, so why is China providing a mineral to the U.S. that China knows is specifically used in the fighter jets if they're not in some kind of cahoots internally while they project that they are in disagreement to the world? Make it make sense.
Yeah, because they want us to be dependent. You don't want us to make our own shit. That's how it is. Keep us dependent. The minute you cut us off, we'll start innovating and doing our own shit. This is what China did, basically. When we cut off NVIDIA chips, they made replacement Huawei chips. Survival happens when you're denied access to resources. Then you start innovating, you start adjusting, you start rethinking, you start working towards something. If I say, hey, I'm going to cut off your grocery store, you'll start learning how to farm. That's exactly what China doesn't want to happen. They don't want us to be going back to being self-sufficient. Because once we are self-sufficient, then they can't control us.
I think it's more than that, because everything you see says made in China. So therefore, China made a deal with the U.S. a long time ago in exchange for the rare earth minerals, we have to buy all the products from China and have it sent to the U.S., which is ignorant to me. But, I mean, obviously they made a trade deal to acquire these rare minerals that they need to operate the fighter jets that are eventually going to come and annihilate China. Like, why, if I'm a leader of a country, why would I give a mineral that can cause complete destruction of my homeland without there being some kind of agreement to really never attack one another?
Welcome to reality. Yeah, because like you never will have a planet where you have everything by your own and you have to deal with other people on a planet. Welcome to reality. I'm happy you realize that you cannot just close the border and be by yourself.
No, the U.S. and Russia, these two nations can on Earth. And this is said by Henry Kissinger. Henry Kissinger wrote a paper where he said there's two nations on Earth that can isolate and be sanctioned to the ground, to the bone, and still thrive. It's the United States of America and Russia, the nation of Russia. Because Russia did the same thing, right? They have oil, they have food, they have natural gas. They don't need anybody. America also doesn't need anybody. We have the two oceans. Nobody, America needs nobody. That basically can go and pretty much annihilate the rest of the world and win. We can literally destroy the rest of the world and be we won now, dudes, because you're all destroyed.
You talk so fucking much. So you just dismiss everything what my guy said about magnets, right? And you said, yeah, because they don't want last. Like, so can you develop it in like you just dismiss everything?
I'm pretty sure we can create a. I'm pretty sure we can find a source and Greenland.
I would love to also touch subject before what you were talking about Patriot system. We right now see in a war with Russia, Ukraine, that we moving in different direction. We don't have to spend millions on the missiles. Right now, everything in the drones, it's cost $2,000, and it's not profitable. Even like those Patriot system, yeah, it's 30 because it was. It's already history. It's already past. It's different world. So first of all, second of all, yes, capital. I agree with you that capitalists play a big role. That the United States could develop it because Europe is their bureaucracy and they move very slow. But also a big part of it because everybody trusted you. You were trustworthy. Right now, and they even don't want to make it. It's easier to buy when you can. So right now you lost that position. So yeah, it will be slow. I can see that wherever country like capitalism move faster than those mixed economies, but it's not your card anymore. It's like you lost this card.
Well, but that's the point of MAGA. MAGA is a reaction to the fact that society has been destroyed, hollowed out by this neoliberal bullshit crap. We don't
this
need
is your
this
answer
shit.
what I said, right? It is it's pathetic. You are pathetic, Jay. When you have nothing to say, just don't say anything.
I'm just saying that China had a mayor in California spying for their nation. Like, don't you think there are more spies in here?
America does it all the time. Of course, other countries are going to do it to us.
Okay,
are you
but
kidding me?
But we got to be aware
must
of
hold
that
them
shit.
to the same standard. Yeah, hold America to the same standard, and then we'll talk.
No, I'm just saying.
But the same standards are not going to be held to the countries that are trying to attack us.
Yeah, because we have 800 bases all over the world, and no other country does.
Right.
Yeah, we do need to be held at a higher standard. Because we're imperialistic, and we
try to keep the peace in the world.
We're the policemen. Give me a second, Mojo.
What we did when we boomed the little girls' school.
You can't make an extreme case and then claim that we're just as bad. I mean, the Stalins, right? Do you think if Russia had a Stalin-like leader that we wouldn't be maybe fighting them because their leaders are freaking insane and extremists? You don't think at some point that Jinping or whatever can be violent enough to come for us unless we constrain him somehow?
I am amazed that you really believe that Putin is not a Stalin. I am amazed. How many people just walk out of the window? I still talking. I was waiting where you finish. So how many people walk out of the window. How many people? It's no opposition in the country. Like every opposition just died, and you still telling me that it's not Stalin? Make it make sense.
Until the Constitution is worldwide, I don't care when we stop. If we can implement the Constitution in North Korea, let's overthrow North Korea. And if you don't like
Let's do it. Let's do it, because your point with Stalin was like, oh, if we are not in Russia because they are good country. So if you have a superpower to install
we can't fight. Listen, we can't fight Russia. We can't fight North Korea because, I mean, let's be realistic. They all have nukes, and it's a stupidity. Like the reason why the USSR came down is because they went into Afghanistan and overstretched themselves. Right? It's just not going to happen, man. I think that we need to focus on the Western Hemisphere. Take Cuba, take Greenland. We need to take all the neighboring freaking shit. Canada should be reporting to us, basically. It's basically Trump's MAGA, the NSD, right? The National Security Document, whatever. We take all this shit. We take Cuba. We take Venezuela. All the Panama Canal. We already got the Panama Canal. The whole fucking thing is the United States, all the way up to Greenland. If you don't like it, stop it. That's what I would tell people. Look, Russia.
Oh my God, Jay, how tall you are? Why you have this Napoleon syndrome?
You want me to show you how tall I am? I'll show you.
It exists in our day and time
Don't
right
ask him
now.
questions like that.
If China could have their way,
I'm 6'2". You want to see?
They would invade the whole world if China had their way. Russia would invade the whole world if Russia had their way.
What makes you say that? You have no proof of that. No, you don't have any proof of that. Again, no, let me finish, my guy. My guy. I didn't finish, my guy. My guy. Please stop. We can go have a back and forth, but we can't have a you talk over me, I talk over you, and if I've done it, I apologize. China has already said what they would do if the US fell, if the global dollar fell, right? And they said that they would create a BRIC system, which is a multipolar world, not a unipolar world like we have now. There is no desire to just sort of run the entire world. I don't know where that idea comes from. It comes from American paranoia, honestly, it does.
It comes from NATO? You think NATO going into Ukraine and taking over parts of Russia wasn't by design? Like Russia... Technically, Ukraine.
What are you talking? I wonder what you're talking. What part of Russia?
NATO is the problem. You all want to say the U.S. is the problem. NATO's the one that's creeping closer to Russia.
NATO's a part of NATO. Who's a part of NATO? Who's the biggest supporter of NATO?
Yeah, your own logic. You just fucked it up by interrupting me. So be fucktardish somewhere else. Have a good one, Mojo.
Bye. So again, NATO, if we're going to say NATO, the majority of funding is to NATO by the United States.
Well, it's just like he just ran away when he just threw some shit there, and it's not going to stick here. What part of Russia NATO take? Yeah, it's will be one question, because you're full of shit.
Well, he has a point.
Yeah, let's discuss.
Wait, do you agree with him using a slur?
First off, I'm 6'1". If you want, I can turn on my camera and show you.
Please stop.
I have no problem with that.
I'm sorry, you're still stuck on. That's
10 minutes later.
Literally, I'm a 6'1" ex-NCAA tennis player.
1'6".
Okay, relax.
Do you agree with him using a slur?
A slur for what?
But at this point, they use it so often, I just kind of have gotten.
He never used a slur.
He did use a slur against people with disabilities.
Okay, that's fine. That's used. What, the R word?
He said fucktard.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know if
is that what you're talking about? Why is that a slur?
Yeah, because exactly. Why is it a slur?
It's using the ending as a pejorative.
The ending. It's a whole nother word.
It means.
I agree that we shouldn't say the R slur. I'm fine with that. But to not be able to.
We should also not use the end of it because
I'll tell you what. I'm going to use it if I want to.
Jay,
and I'm so sure insecure. He will too.
10 minutes later, you stuck on your size.
Yeah, I don't know.
Can you operate now? Can you have a political debate? Or you gonna defend your size all the time?
I'm going to agree with B here. There's no reason for us to be going through these wars that we're going through. So if we're talking about the military-industrial complex, I guess we should probably decrease it anyway. I think we can deal with situations a lot better. But as far as economies go, capitalism, I think, is going to fail no matter what. But as long as we have capitalism, I think we should probably make it work as well as it possibly can. And that would be a comparative advantage system where we have free markets. I think tariffs do nothing but...
I think Trump's trying to make a Russia-Ukraine war end so that, Ukrainian and Russian lives can be saved, which is a good thing.
Jay, can he stop trying and doing? Do you understand the difference between trying and doing? And you celebrate trying?
Yeah, because he's bogged down in the Middle East. Once he's done, he's probably going to.
So maybe he should finish here before he start Middle East, right? Great strategies, 3D chess move. Before you start something, you finish what you're supposed to finish, what you brag about.
Well, I think the Ukraine-Russia war, unfortunately, under Biden, it should not have happened in the first place, right? I mean,
unfortunately, it was under Trump as well. He should stop at the first time. Listen, it's like you have no idea what you're talking about.
2021, Putin was trying to get a deal,
it was not
and Biden said no.
It was not 2022. It was 2014. You know when war started? 2014. You know who was a president? Trump. He didn't start then.
2014 was Obama. It wasn't Trump, man. 2014 was Obama. If you said it started in 2014 Obama was president. Trump became president in 2017.
She's saying it's gone through Trump. She's saying it's gone through Trump.
So the Democrats start the war and they hand it over to Trump. That's how it works, eh?
Jay, check it out. I don't give a shit.
Nothing starts under Trump. Everything starts under Democrats.
Jay, I don't give a shit when it started. When school bombing every day, it doesn't care when it started. It's continue every day. So who cares when it started? If you're such a fucking powerful, stop it or stop bragging and put dust on our eyes.
I think that it's not that simple. Like, look, Russia is not a...
Really? You realize now?
Russia has B-2 bombers, just like we do. They have, that is bunker-busting bombs. They also have nukes.
B-2 bombers, with them. B-2 bombers are planes.
Yeah, they have the same B-2 fleet. They have their own B-2 fleet.
You're saying they were bunker-busting bombs.
They have bunker-busting bombs, and they have their own B-2. That's what Ukraine used drones to take out. Remember, they have their own B-2.
I even won't go in that direction. You just said that Trump was trying, and then you said like, I still talking. And then you're saying like, oh, but it's too complicated. It's not that easy. So. Can you make a side? Is he trying or is it impossible? Because we told you from beginning when he said he will finish in 3 days. We told you it's complicated.
It's not complicated. Look, he's trying to...
Wait, hold on. Russia has no stealth bombers.
Yes, they do. Let me show you.
No, they don't.
They have
turn on camera.
Are you going to
they're attempting?
I'll show you.
They're attempting to develop the Tupolev Pack BA or DA, but they haven't developed it yet. They don't have anything that's working right now as a stealth. They don't have anything. Bombers. Hello, they don't have anything that's working right now. They have no stealth bombers that are working.
They have stealth bombers.
No, they don't. They have none in operation. None.
You see, Jay? So you can attack them.
No,
Stop
I have
trying. Stop trying. Just do it. They don't have it. Your argument is out of the table. So you were afraid.
They have first generation, second generation. What are you talking about? Let me give you the names.
Of Russia because they have a jet
Jay, they
6
don't.
bombers.
Wait. Jay, are you aware that Russia painted painted planes on their runways and created fake planes out of debris.
It's kind of cool, actually.
It honestly, it is. But if you bought that hook, line, and sinker because you're listening to propaganda from them, that's embarrassing, and I'm sorry.
Because he's Indian. He never became American. He loves. He still loves Russia.
I don't love Russia. Why would I love Russia? I just don't want Americans to be unalived fighting with Russia. I mean, it's not even unaliving Americans. It's like there will be no USA
When
after
would we
that.
fight for Russia?
But you want to.
Like, no
but
one's
you want
doing
to.
that, Jay.
But you want to.
They will attack us because they have ICBMs, and we don't want that shit.
Just because.
But you okay? But you okay to be to American be unalive, but Iranian, right?
What? No. I'm just saying I don't want any wars. I don't want any wars. I voted for no new wars. So I'm not happy with Trump that he started this Iran shit. I'm not happy with it. But he has, but I'm not happy with it. Again,
we're talking about like attacking China before they attack us, and China has a desire to take over. And it's like based on completely baseless claims, by the way, because again, the BRICS, but like you're making all of these statements like you're saying you want no new wars, but then like did you support what happened in Venezuela? Are you going to support what happens in Greenland if that goes through?
I support what happens in Venezuela. I support us taking Venezuela, Cuba, and Greenland. Those are our
backyard. And you think there's not going to be wars? I mean, this is wild to support imperialist.
There'll be a one-day operation in Cuba. We'll just take over Cuba. No, it's because it's our backyard. Why do we need to take
over Cuba? Why do we need to take over Cuba? We signed the Geneva Convention. We are not supposed to be doing this expansionist shit no more.
Okay.
I love that he play a big guy, imperialist, like a strong and powerful, and he go just after weak countries, and he say, yes, I'm strong and powerful, but I go after somebody who cannot fight back, and he admitting like, oh, I'm too fucking scared to go somebody who can punish back. Love it.
No, the thing is that, look, we have Canada, which is in our sphere of influence. It's called the Monroe Doctrine or the Monroe Doctrine before that.
Yeah, I know what it is.
Within the sphere of influence, we can take whatever we want, like Greenland, Cuba,
we signed the
Venezuela,
Geneva Convention. We can't do that. We agreed to not do that anymore.
Brazil, we can take all that shit as ours. Nobody's going to stop us. And yeah, if Russia wants to take Ukraine, they probably will, because nobody is stopping them right now. Nobody has stopped them.
Are you for real?
Stop them.
Open map.
Did Biden stop them? 2022, 23, 24. What was he doing? Why didn't he stop them? Like, explain to me why he didn't stop them.
I don't support Biden either. I don't support Biden either.
No, but
you don't want to live in a world like
he
that.
He gave it all, right? He gave hundreds of billions of dollars every year to Ukraine.
Jay, shut your 5'6" self up and hang on a second. Because you said...
Yeah, I'll show you, but I don't want to be doxxed because I'm not making them fucking money off TikTok, but yeah, sure.
Well, then shush and stop having small guy energy. Not king energy, little guy energy. Okay?
Right, I'm going to show you guys.
Pretend this box right here is us, okay? This box right here, I'm just using a map of my state because I have it available. So if this box right here is the United States and the territories we control, if we take over these two boxes because they're in our backyard,
can you guys see me?
Then what suddenly becomes our backyard?
Can you guys see me?
He doesn't hear you.
Everything around it.
He's stuck on his side so bad. He's so fucking insecure. He cannot hear anything.
Oh, he's a little guy. Yeah, because you're having a real hard time listening, Bubs. Here's the thing. I was just showing you something.
I turned it on. How'd you like that now?
Because
I'm 6'2". I used to play NCAA tennis.
Just shut up.
Come on, relax, guys. I'm fit. I'm at 12% body fat. I used to play NCAA tennis. I'm 6'2". I'm a good-looking guy, full head of hair. There's nothing you can pick on me. That's why. Okay, fine. I'm just saying.
You're triggered by it because you keep fighting about it every time it's.
Because I don't want to be, give it. Why would I have the Napoleon complex? Okay, fine. I mean, if you want to make it about that,
fine. Quick question here. Back to the little box. Back to the little square. Okay. So you see this square, okay? So this is the territory that we control right now. If we add more territory because it's in our backyard, then what happens to our backyard?
What happens to your backyard? It's secure.
No! Other things become in our backyard.
Okay. They're already there. What do you mean other things? I don't get it. Like, okay. The stuff in our backyard needs to be...
Let me get my crayons.
We don't need to be in other people's backyards, but we need to take all our stuff in our backyards and secure it. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying Greenland.
Trillions of dollars. Canada is our #1 exporter. Why would we risk that? We would also inherit their national healthcare system. We'd inherit their debt. We would have to hold the countries by having hundreds of thousands of troops there. The backyard ideology is not as cut and dry as you think it is.
We'd make a deal with them.
Trillions.
We'd make a deal with them like we did with the EU.
They don't want to deal. Canada has already came out and said no. Yeah. So has Cuba.
Fuck off. Yeah.
Yeah. If they say no, then we'd have to do it another way. But we don't want to do that way. So.
Yeah, we don't, because it would cost us trillions of dollars. Trillions of dollars we don't have, by the way.
I'm saying we have
something
special
that would
operations.
be simple and easy. It wouldn't be simple and easy, Jay. We couldn't even hold a tiny little country like Vietnam.
We have special operations, right? We can take out whoever we want in Canada, whoever wants to be prime minister, right? Just like we did in Iran.
We haven't done it because we can't.
We could.
Yeah, we're still in Iran and we're failing at it.
We can take out anybody we want. What we proved in Iran was we could take out anybody we want.
No, what we proved in Iran is that we bit off more than we can chew. That's what we proved in Iran.
No,
and
the bottom line
300 billions, right? So we can shoot we prove that we can shoot everyone and then pay reparation, correct? This is what he proved.
No, we're not paying any reparations. Who said we're paying reparations?
Back to the backyard here, okay? Because again, you said that we should take over things because they're in our backyard, which is this area around here, okay? I'm going to assume you didn't mean an actual backyard, but maybe that's giving you too much credit, okay? So if we have our current area, and then we take over more space, and I'm using scratch paper because the fuck, I've got it here, and we take up more space, then suddenly our backyard is much bigger. And then you say we should take over another place, okay? And now our backyard is even bigger, where we have to protect. And then if we're going to take up more space, then guess what? Our backyard is even bigger. And suddenly everybody is in our backyard because we couldn't figure out how to act like adults and actually work with other countries and, have agreements.
An ocean is a an ocean is a barrier between backyards. So what he's saying is that we should be able to take over every country in the Western Hemisphere, North, Central, and South America, because that's all our backyard.
But Greenland is not there's ocean between us and them.
They're also sovereign nations, just as a reminder.
And also what he said exactly, he said we should take everybody who is weaker than us. That's it. It doesn't matter geographically.
That's not what he said. What he said is we should take over every country in the Western Hemisphere because they are our backyard. That's what he said.
Yeah.
So but he didn't say Mexico. He said Greenland and Cuba.
Greenland and Cuba are both in the Western Hemisphere.
Yeah, but so is Canada, Mexico.
Exactly.
He also said Canada.
He says we should take over all those countries. They should all be part of the United States.
They can be sovereign nations within our sphere of influence. You don't understand how that works. So I'll give you an example, right? Belarus is a nation.
This is called rape.
I'll give you an example that Mimi understands. Belarus is a sovereign nation, but it's under the sphere of influence of the Russian Federation, right? These countries would be under our federation influence, like the United States sphere, right?
What does influence mean?
Means their national security policy. They can have they can make their own domestic policy, but when it comes to national security and stuff, we have a stake in it. In our national security has a stake in their
decision making.
So they have ultimate control over.
Let me explain
do
so
there,
Jay
then.
understand. In Belarus, it's only one, and Ukraine said fuck off, and you see what result. If you're okay that everybody say fuck off and you're gonna go fight with this, I love
I'm
your
not saying
strategy.
everybody. I'm saying Western Hemisphere. Don't
Yeah, well,
understand that.
are you saying that if Brazil tells us to fuck off, we should just take over by force?
No, there's other ways. Like you send special operations, take out the guy who's saying the fuck off,
It's
and
still fuck
you
off.
bring the other guy.
And then they
You're
still
not-
say fuck off.
You're not talking about an important component here.
This
Do you
isn't the
think
80s anymore.
You think the people in those places are just going to be like cool with that? You think the citizens of those nations that are sovereign are just cool with the U.S. stepping in and saying, "Well, we get to ultimately decide what happens here"?
Yeah, because the rest, the Venezuelans don't have a problem. The Cubans won't have a problem. You'll see that happen in real time. And
well, let me.
This isn't the 70s and 80s anymore, Jay. We don't do CIA back
Let me
coups anymore because they're not lucrative.
wait. Let me ask everybody on the left here. Would you guys agree to an American Union? So from the southern tip of South America to Antarctica, we have a union between all states where you can travel between states without a passport, where we're all using the same currency. We all have the same defensive pact. Would you agree to that, like the EU has right now?
If there was a deal,
If they agree, yeah. They don't agree. No.
going through negotiations to create a union would be great. Not taking them and taking their leaders and imprisoning them and then forcing them into it.
I think he's that's something akin to what he's saying. Short of the fact that we would, if we got a whole bunch of other countries, then maybe we'd force a country or two that is standing out or refusing to do it by replacing a leader or something like that. I think that's what he's saying.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, every country
you're
has
talking about
disagreed
force.
to this. Every single one. So the ones
Yeah,
that we've
that's what we
talked
did in
to, Cuba
Venezuela.
has disagreed. Greenland has disagreed. Canada has said F no multiple times. Canada said get the fuck out. Mexico would absolutely disagree. Claudia Sheinbaum won't play with it. Neither will the cartel.
But
And the cartel is the one in charge. So whoever they put in charge of Mexico is going to be run by the cartel, and the cartel is going to say absolutely fuck no.
But you would agree diplomatically we should do this, or it'd be a good thing if we did do this diplomatically.
It would. I think it would be diplomatically if we can get them to agree, and we can all, and they could benefit, and we can benefit. Why not? But they won't agree. That's the thing.
We're not
Especially in
talking
this
about
administration.
We're not talking about diplomatically though. He's talking about just taking them.
I understand what you're saying, but if we can, but maybe you could convince them to do it diplomatically. Maybe you can convince MAGA to do it diplomatically if they want to do it, because I think it would help us out too if we did that. I don't think it's a good idea to take out leaders. I don't think it's a good idea to go to war, especially not in your own hemisphere. I think that's probably a pretty bad idea. But maybe we offer Cuba more. We start promising a certain amount of trade with them, or sanction or subsidies or something to help them rebuild some stuff. However, we're going to work it out. If we could do that with Cuba, then we'd probably be better off, and they might actually agree to that.
Yeah, that's called exercising soft power and negotiating through political means. That's the exact opposite of what the MAGA has been. Oh, these leaders are terrible, so we should go take them out and like.
But Jay,
you're talking about you're talking about instability.
Would you agree to what I just said, Jay? Patel,
So much now it doesn't.
are you there? I know.
No, yeah. I mean, I think that would be the strategy. Like, they would try to do it diplomatically, but then if the diplomatic part of it doesn't,
God damn, I'm the fucking UN. Holy shit.
then yes, you should kind of strong arm whoever is not falling in line. You know, you don't do it, maybe you don't do it publicly, but you do covert operations and you just destabilize them and just.
You have to go back into that. You didn't have to go back into that.
So Mojo, I think you may have just got him to agree to open borders.
Yeah.
No, I don't agree to open borders. I actually...
Wait, you agreed to what I just said, that you could travel from country to country without a passport. That is basically an open border. The EU is basically an open border.
Okay, but let me finish. We will end green cards. We will end whatever, like fucking H-1B visas, L-1 visas. All the visas will end. And nobody can immigrate. They can visit and they have to leave. And when they visit, they have to be given a tracker where they can be tracked anywhere in U.S. soil. And if they go off the grid or whatever,
okay, that's crazy.
They go straight to detention and they are forced to leave.
Crazy. Everybody has to wear an ankle bracelet. No, you can't.
You don't have to wear an ankle bracelet, but you need to have your phone be monitored.
The guy who had bars wants people to be jailed and deported for going off the grid.
Yeah, if you're illegal, you should be. If you break the law, you should.
If you go off the grid, so if you have bars like you did earlier.
No, if you're going to be a person who overstays their visa, yeah, you would be tracked.
Ali.
Your visa is a contract.
Ali, be busy. Hey, Ali, be busy.
It was good.
Can I get your age and who you voted for?
21. I'm not American, but I do.
Okay, I don't want to talk to so many fucking foreigners. Goddamn it! But I don't.
He might be from South America or something. You may want his views, right?
I don't care. I don't. This is American politics. Sometimes I feel like
you're a neocon.
Sometimes I don't.
You sound like a neocon sometimes.
I'm not. I'm MAGA Mojo
you're
right
not,
now.
but you're in denial.
I'm MAGA Mojo. No, I want to see. I actually want Marxism to be put in place in the United States. I just want to do it over a period of time instead of through revolution. I'm nowhere near a neocon. I don't think we should have war. I actually think that we can create a worldwide government without war, without conflict.
I don't think that's possible, because I think that the powers that be in all these power centers are not on the same page. They
don't have to be on the same page. They don't have to be on the same page. No, they don't. No, hey. They don't have to be on the same page. It's just like the difference between the Constitution in Missouri and the Constitution in Colorado and the Constitution in California. We all have different ideas in each state. I'm just saying that we could do that on an international basis as well, global wide. So you just get every country to agree to sign on to NATO or something like NATO that's a mutual defense pact. And once every country signs on to that, war ends. And once war ends, we can get everybody to sign sign into the UN so that we can have a global place to talk and work out problems or issues that we're having, as well as getting everybody to sign a universal declaration of human rights. And if everybody signs that, then we've got a one world government at that point. We can create an iron bank that controls the money supply on a one world basis, and then we can all work together to explore the stars.
The problem with that concept, Mojo, is that when you have so many power centers, everybody would want to control that iron bank, and that's where the
iron bank is controlled by the UN.
Yeah, but then every powers that be would want to control it. This is the law of the jungle, right? I'm just saying that.
There's no fucking such thing as human. There's no such thing as human nature, you dipshit.
Exactly, that's what I was going to say. You're going against human nature.
There is no such thing as human nature.
There is.
It doesn't exist.
Yeah, law of the jungle. We don't live in the jungle anymore. We've built buildings. We've invented cars. We have evolved past being animalistic. So law of the jungle should not apply anymore because we are not in the jungle.
It's called dominance, and I don't think it's going to work. I just don't think it's going to work. I mean, it's going to be one faction will try to fight the other faction, and then we'll be back to square one. This is always how it works. The world's never actually changed. It's been the same. And if you can recognize your world and the nature of human beings across the world,
there's no nature of human beings.
Safer and probably survive the next.
I'm gonna restart.
WW3. You'll survive it better. You don't have a choice if it's going to happen, but you might survive it.
I guess the message there, I got to run here, but there's more to it than just there's something wrong with you, right? Or mental illness is a thing. It's really probably a healthy reaction to be fearful of where we're heading because of how uncertain the world is, and to question a lot of authority. Those are probably pretty appropriate reactions today. And so sometimes folks feel that
solid ground. I let the shifting settle into still. The quiet came before I understood it, and felt the outline of what I'm built to fill. Something held beneath my feet. I thought I knew what real was. You showed me what you twisted it to be. Now I know the truth beneath it. That's the fallout.
Sorry. I don't even know if you were just here, but the conversation was getting on my nerves, and Jay gets on my nerves.
Why didn't you just nuke the panel then?
Because then I have to restart from scratch, and then people that have been through already don't want to come back through. So if I restart, you tend to get back out in the FYP better, I guess. I don't know. Yes, Davey, I would call myself a socialist, a Marxist, a pragmatic Marxist, actually. Yeah, you tend to get new people coming in when you restart like that. And speaking of the devil, I got a whole bunch.
Okay, so you're a socialist, huh?
Yeah, I'm a pragmatic Marxist, is what I call myself.
So you're for big government control?
I am for the people owning their own labor.
Okay, so that's big government control?
No, the people owning their own labor.
Okay, so you're actually telling me that socialism isn't big government control?
I am telling you it's not.
Socialism is the ability for the people and the worker, Davey.
All right. Hold on one sec. Hold on one sec.
Okay, so
hold on, Davey, chill.
I don't own it anymore.
Chill. God damn it, chill. Okay, I'm gonna do some introductions here, Davey.
People
Can I
are
get?
nuts.
Hey, shut up! Can I get your age and who you voted for, Davey? Please, Davey.
I'm 33. I'm from California. I voted for Trump.
Okay, thank you, Cat.
And socialism.
Wait,
is
hold
big
on,
government
hold
control.
on.
It just doesn't sound cool.
Hold on, dude. Fucking hold your fucking underwear. Pull your panties out of your ass. Cat Aria, can I get your age and who you voted for, please?
You absolutely can. I'm Canadian. Voted for
God
Carney.
damn it.
And,
what makes you think you
love this conversation.
why are you in American political lives?
Why? I can answer that if you'd like. Because your country and our country are interlinked in a lot of ways. So when we're looking at things like what's happening across the North American Peninsula, Canada and the US have always been intertwined. As a direct result of that, both sides can
Oh,
work
you don't
both
want to see
sides of
Biden
the
touch
threat.
kids? I love these Canadians obsessed with Trump. I love it. Canadians lock down and take experimental.
All right.
You clearly didn't listen to what I said, Dave.
All right. God damn it. State King, can I get your age and who you voted for? I think you've been on panel before.
26. I voted for my great and glorious King Trump.
Okay, now, Davey, do you have the capability of having a normal adult conversation?
Yes, you said that socialism isn't big government control. I'd like to talk about that.
Okay, in a co-op system that is not controlled by the government, the people own their own labor in a co-op system without the interference of government.
Wait, hold on. So if I own a business, I don't own the business anymore, right?
You would have to. There are no corporations.
If I own a factory, you're saying I don't own a factory
Davey,
anymore, right?
you gotta. If you're gonna ask a question, you gotta let me answer. I need you to let me answer. I want to outlaw corporations, and I want to move everything to a co-op system. So you do not have the ability to own a company and have employees. You can only own a company sharing it with other people.
And who regulates that? The government? Who enforces that?
The individual co-ops would enforce their own. The individual
who enforces that?
The individual co-ops would enforce their own fucking bylaws.
That's the dumbest thing I ever heard. trying to make us North Korea and shit.
This has nothing to do with North Korea. This has everything
a nice
to do.
socialist country. Name a
This has everything
name a nice
to do.
socialist country, please.
This has everything to do with you owning your own labor, because right now you sell your labor. You are nothing but a commodity in a capitalist system. I want to create a system where you're not a commodity, where you are a human being that owns their own labor. That's what I want.
A slave. Can you name a
No.
nice socialist country, please?
What the fuck? That's the exact opposite of a slave.
I know you can.
In a capitalist system, you are a slave. You are a wage slave. You have to work for You have to work for somebody else. You have to allow your
Do you have
fucking
a
labor.
job?
You have to allow your labor to be stolen
Do you
in
have
a
a job?
capitalist. You have to allow your labor to be stolen. You have to allow
Do you
your
have a
labor to be
job?
stolen. You have to. You have to.
People.
You in a capitalist system, you have to allow your labor to be stolen in order to.
Dude, you're just
in order to
stupid,
make
dude.
money. Why? What the fuck is? Why are conservatives
You're just
also
stupid.
fucking ridiculous?
I own a business. I don't
Why?
work for anyone.
Why? Why are you guys so stupid? Why is it not possible
So they're
for
gonna
you
take your
fucking?
business away.
Why is it not
They're gonna
possible
take-
for you
They're gonna
fucking
take your
MAGA
business away.
idiots? Why is it not possible for you MAGA idiots to actually have conversations? Why is it not possible?
I'm
for
a
you?
socialist.
It's MAGA, buddy.
Okay, name
Why
a nice
can't you
socialist
have?
country, please.
Why can't you have adult conversations? What is wrong with you people?
Why can't you name a nice socialist country,
We're
please?
the only adults here, buddy.
In a normal adult situation, a normal
Just
adult
name
conversation,
one socialist
in
country,
a normal
please.
adult conversation, you go back and forth. Somebody says something, and as soon as they're done speaking, then
Dude,
you speak.
Shut up. Nope. Be a good boy and hush up.
He's stalling. Name a nice socialist country, please.
A nice? What do you mean by nice?
Name a name a socialist country that you would like to move to, please.
Sweden, the Netherlands,
Sweden is 90%
Denmark.
white people.
Switzerland.
Denmark is 85% white people.
I
Are
don't
you a
care.
white supremacist?
Now, are you a racist too?
Okay, so you just named 2 all-white countries.
I named
Okay?
3.
Are you a white supremacist?
All the Norwegian countries. I will tell you this, however, every country on the face of the planet.
those are all 80.
Every country on the face of the planet
Those are all
utilizes
85 to 90.
every country on the face of the planet utilizes a mixed market economy, meaning that their economy is mixed between capitalism
Are you a white
and socialism.
supremacist?
Those are all white countries.
Can
You wanna
can
move
I
to an
ask
all-white
Davey and
country?
Steak a question?
Are you a white supremacist?
This guy's an
Davey,
idiot.
can I ask you a question?
He is. Oh my god.
Finland is 90. Sweden, Finland, 90% white people.
Yo, you can ask me a question.
Can't do it, people.
What
That
kind of
can't.
straw do you use when you make your straw mins?
I don't even know what a strawman is.
It's you assuming that Mojo wants to move to Finland because he's a white supremacist and not because of the economical structure.
Oh nah, I was just copying what the other guy was saying. Y'all want to hear my
So
take
you're
now?
a follower instead of a leader?
No, I was just trolling right there, but I'm gonna be serious. I just love Trump.
Why? Do you like his ass? Do you like his cankles?
Nah,
What is it
I don't
about
feel
Trump
that
that
way.
you love? Well, what do you just said you love him.
Yeah, you could love people in
That's
different ways.
That's a weird thing to say.
I love him as a person. I like mass deportation and mass detention.
Yeah, we've had this conversation. You're just a stupid kid. I remember now.
Do you like mass incarceration too, Steak? Oh my lord.
I mean, if they deserve it,
I don't even care.
I like that too. Why not?
Conservatives are crazy. I wish I could have conversations with actual
Hey,
conservatives.
I'm not a conservative. I just love Donald Trump. I'm independent.
Hey, Steak, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Do you like being a sub?
A what?
Submissive?
And
Bro, what?
comes the
I'm not
awesome
submissive.
comment. Thank you, Messi.
You like being told what to do and how to do it?
Nah. I form my own opinions.
You sure about that?
100%. Yeah.
All right.
Any other questions, or did I just cook y'all? Because it seems like I just told you my stance. Like I thought you were gonna like try to prove me wrong or something. Do y'all like mass deportation and mass
Not
detention?
only did you not cook, I got salmonella from it.
I mean, I feel like since this is like kind of a debating live, and I just said my stance, y'all had no response. I feel like I
restate it for me. I wasn't here.
I voted for Trump for mass deportation and mass detention.
So you form your opinions without looking up anything first, don't you?
Oh no. I mean sometimes, but
I mean most of the time. Let's go with most of the time. That seems to be more accurate.
In 2024 and mass deportation, so that's why I voted for him.
Yeah. Okay. So why do you want the economy to suffer?
Me personally, I'm doing well, so I'd rather have a safer country than.
Is that the fucking question I asked, Jimbo?
Yeah, I'm answering. I'd rather have a safe
No, that's not. That's specifically not the question I asked.
I'd rather have a safe country.
I don't give a fuck if you can buy an extra can of dip this week.
Yeah.
Why?
Just answer.
Why are you voting to make the economy suffer? Is specifically the question I asked.
You should have listened, buddy. I said safety. If you would stop yapping.
Economic
safety over
safety?
A little bit higher
What does safety have to do with the economy?
Getting illegal immigrants out of here. Safer.
Okay, okay. Do you have a physical or mental disability that would make it difficult or impossible for you to understand the words that I'm saying?
No. I fully understand.
Then why are you not answering my question?
I fully understand. You said, why do you want the economy to worsen? I said, I'm fine with the economy worsening for us to have a safer country, because I know with illegal immigrants here, the economy would be better. But I'm fine with it getting worse.
Okay, I will rephrase my question. Why are you making the economy less safe, or why are you making the country less safe by doing mass deportation?
I'm making it safer.
That's not accurate.
No, we aren't.
No, that's correct. You're incorrect. What I mean by that is every county, parish, whatever measure of land you want to use that has undocumented immigrants in it, once those undocumented immigrants are removed, the crime rate actually goes up. So why do you want the crime rate to go up?
Nah, that's a complete lie. Didn't you just ask me, do you look up stuff?
You want to prove me wrong? You want to prove me wrong?
Prove yourself right. Buddy, you just made a claim that the crime rates go up, so how about you show me something?
Sure, just a second. Can someone else keep them occupied? Keep them lubed up until I get back?
I'm gonna need a national thing, not just one state.
The steak.
Hello.
You are aware that several of the things that Donald Trump is doing are actually against the Constitution, correct?
Oh, yeah, I'm aware of that.
Okay, so why do you think that it's okay for a president to dismantle the Constitution?
Because I don't think the Constitution is always right. An example I have of that is presidents only have 2 terms. I think they should have them limited if the country keeps voting for them every 4 years.
Yeah, it's not happening. Moving on.
But let me ask you a second question in regards to that. Okay. So you want the terms extended, and you want them to be able to have longer terms and more of them. Now, my question goes to the fact that
terms, but not longer. It could be 4 years. I'm fine with that.
Either way. The point that I'm making here is when we look at that in retrospect, right, do you somehow think that one president is, how do I word this? So when you're looking at the term limits are put in place for a very good reason, right? And that reasoning is because of the fact that when you have one person in power for so long, power corrupts ultimately. As a direct result of that, when we're looking at things in retrospect, that is why there are only 2 terms allowed and no further than that.
All right, I've got it whenever we're ready.
All right, I'm ready, bro.
All right. So, per the National Institute of Justice, with a Stanford-funded study, or a Stanford study, we'll just say, it actually shows that undocumented immigrants are arrested, convicted, and incarcerated at lower rates than native-born citizens. Less than half of the rate that native-born citizens are, which would mean if you remove all of the undocumented immigrants from a certain area, the crime rate actually goes up. So,
that's right.
Why do you want to make this country less safe and more crime ridden?
Oh yeah. So undocumented immigrants, I believe they commit way more crimes, but since they're undocumented, it's just like common sense that it's way harder to kill.
I just told you that they didn't. Do you want to try again?
You have to listen to the rest of his
the illegal immigrants that got caught.
You have to listen to the rest of his statement. We went through this yesterday too.
The rest of my statement or the rest of his statement?
The rest of his statement.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, those statistics are obviously on the illegal immigrants that got caught, right? So I think since they're undocumented, they commit way more crimes, but obviously being in the system tolls like a big part in catching criminals for like investigation purposes. So I believe they commit way more, but they're just not in the system, so it's harder to catch them.
What the fuck are you talking about?
He's saying that you can't catch somebody that you don't know exists.
Hold on a second. Let me just respond to that. So how do we track crimes then?
How do we track crimes?
Yeah, how do we know that a crime was committed? Like if we're using statistics, how would we know? No, just in general.
When it's reported.
No. Before we get into that, this study specifically says that undocumented immigrants are arrested, convicted, and incarcerated at less than half the rate of native-born citizens.
I am going to explain what he said. I'm going to explain what he said then, because he didn't do such a good job. Yes, they get arrested. Yes, they get convicted. Yes, they get less than natural-born citizens. But what he's saying is that they also get away more often. They get away more often because they're not in a system. So even if they're caught on a camera or somebody recognizes who they are, they cannot figure out who the person is or where they're at because they don't know, because there's no documentation for them. So they get away with crimes a lot more. That's what he's saying.
That's why I asked my question, which is how do we know that a crime was committed?
It's reported.
Correct. It's reported. So yeah, we also don't know crimes that people are like American citizens are getting away with. So to have that unknown, that's just its own bucket. You got to take that out of the equation. We can address that later. But the fact is that what we know, the crimes that are committed.
Yeah, but the stats he just gave were not reported crimes. They were convicted criminals. Convicted crimes.
Okay. Either way, my point being that if you convict someone, then you know whether or not they're documented or not.
Yes, but if they're undocumented, it's a hell of a lot harder to catch them, much less convict them.
It's not. How is it harder to catch them?
Because you don't know who the fuck they are, because they live outside the system.
I agree that it's a lot harder, but they are not some fucking specter. They are not Ghost from Call of Duty. They're not this fucking fugazi.
I lived as a ghost for a decade, so it's not too hard to hide from the government.
You just agreed that it's a lot harder.
Sorry, in the 1950s, it was impossible to catch people. Yeah, we know, Mojo. But we live in a technological society, and it's not hard to catch people. You can't fucking sneeze without getting caught.
This was the 90s.
It's not hard because we have their information. And then when you take away that big part in investigation, like, can you imagine how much harder that is to catch them?
But it doesn't, again, it doesn't matter. If you don't have the evidence, if you didn't catch them to begin with, then they're in the same bucket as every other U.S. citizen that just got away.
Yeah, but
that's kind of where I feel like this is I feel like this is a distraction from my original question, which is why exactly did you vote to raise the crime rate in this country?
Yeah, and I gave you my argument. I said they get caught.
No, you gave me your fucking feelings.
I'm gonna give him a better argument if you guys don't stop. I'm gonna give him a better argument.
Please do.
Well, the better argument is that if you get rid of all immigrants, any crime that they committed would not be null and void and not exist. So if you get rid of every undocumented person in this country, they are going to commit crimes. They may commit crimes at a lower rate, but if they're not in the country, they're not committing crimes here.
Sure. But we're talking about per capita. So say
Yeah, I understand, but you will reduce crime by removing all immigrants, all illegal immigrants.
Hold on, there's other factors involved, because if you also take all those immigrants out of the country, we're also going to see our GDP decrease. We're going to see.
Yeah, he doesn't care about any of that. That's not the conversation.
I know. No, hold on. I'm getting there. So my point being that overall, when we see instability in our economy, we see crime go up in society. So you may lose all the crime that those people are committing, but I would argue crime in the more condensed population that's left over is going to go up.
Yeah, that's something you'd have to prove, and I would disagree. And it's not a condensed population, by the way. If you get rid of 15 million people in the country, that's making it less condensed.
You think you think it's not true that if economic instability occurs, that crime goes up in society as a whole? That's not obvious.
If everybody gets poorer, sure. But I don't necessarily think everybody's going to get poorer if you get rid of immigrants.
Wouldn't that just leave more money to rotate around? If you got rid of 15 million and there's 350 million people in the U.S.
Well, if any of these are our concerns, if, what Mojo's saying, removing people lowers crime just by numbers, and removing people raises the median wage, for instance, why don't we start removing American citizens? If our concern is crime, start getting rid of citizens. If wages are our crime, start getting rid of citizens. So either you're telling me these reasons for nothing, or these are not actually your reasons.
No, the reason we don't get rid of American citizens is because we should still have values as this country. But if we are going to get rid of people, how about we get rid of the people that are literally not supposed to be?
Why shouldn't we get rid of American citizens?
I don't think that you're supposed to be here.
Wait, hold on. Why shouldn't we get rid of American citizens again?
You said why should or why shouldn't?
Why shouldn't we? I'm asking Meat King or whatever the fuck his name is.
Right to be here.
Why do they have the right to be here?
Because they were born here. They're citizens.
So, who cares? We can kick them out.
All right.
So let's just remove all Republicans from the system, and we'll drop the crime rates by a lot.
All right, buddy.
Actually,
Well, and
it's really not a good idea.
Billions of dollars back into welfare.
This is where y'all are actually starting to troll.
Shut the fuck up, Cletus. Sammy was talking, and I interrupted her.
Actually, I'm kind of all for that, because guess what? If it's a criminal, you're not indigenous, let's just deport you back to the country that your family originated from, and then guess what? We don't have to worry about staffing private prisons.
I still think we should go with the
you guys would
Republicans.
be consistent and deport Democrats too.
Yeah, I think we should just stick.
Be gone.
I think we should just stick to Republicans. Any conservative, anybody that's ever voted Republican.
So that's just bias, man.
Sure, but I can do that, right? I can be biased, can't I?
I mean, technically, in your opinion, you can, but that would never happen.
Why not?
Why not?
You were president.
Why not?
Yeah, that would just never happen.
Why not?
But you don't like the Constitution, you said.
Yeah, I was trying to get him to say that. I was trying to get him to say the Constitution.
Sorry, Mojo, I won't jump in.
No, you can jump in. That's fine. I was just trying to get him to say that himself.
But I accept there's stuff I can't change.
Like the 22nd Amendment.
The two-term limit, I feel like that would be pretty easy to change.
Takes 3/4 of the states to do that.
It takes what?
3/4 of the states to agree.
3/4 of the states? It's that easy?
It's that easy. You think you can get 3/4 of the states to agree to allow a monarch in this country? That's never going to happen.
No, that's not a monarch.
It is a monarch.
Democracy, but just
We can
not
hardly
limited
get
term.
3/4 of the
Yeah,
Supreme Court to
Two
agree
terms.
to
Two
agree
terms
on
is not a
something.
contingency in being a democracy.
That's what I'm saying. I would take the deportation too, but I want to go to Costa Rica. You guys can. If the government wants to deport me, just send me to Costa Rica.
I mean, well, I kicked y'all again. Good debate. I'm the greatest debater since.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Fucking children. Children!
I'm the greatest debater since Charlie Kirk.
Shush. Put your teeth back in.
Be careful.
And no disrespect to Charlie Kirk. I love Charlie Kirk.
Better wear
You know, the last time Steak I saw
turtleneck.
Trevor, you know, the last time I saw him, he was leaning to the left.
You saw him IRL?
Last time I saw him, he was leaning to the left.
Nobody ever gets that.
What? All right, yeah, I don't get the joke if it's a joke.
Okay, go back to your trailer. Bye. You won.
Yeah,
Bye.
I don't live in a trailer.
You won. Bye.
Hey, saying that
I live
you
in
can
a
afford
big
a
house.
trailer is generous, redacted.
You
Didn't
guys.
already tell you guys I'm a millionaire day trader.
You won. Bye.
Hey, my
I
Cash
can't.
App's in my bio.
I
My
can't.
Cash App's in my bio.
Oh yeah, I'm good.
I can't get
I didn't become a
conservatives.
millionaire from just donating to random people.
You guys,
You know, charity.
I can't get conservatives to come here, and that kid's ridiculous, and so are the other two people that were in here. So I am going to shut down, and I am going to just go to Margaret Lives. I'm going to go
Sounds
in the wild. So I'll
that sucked.
if I end up on a panel somewhere, I'll post it in Discord where I'm at. You guys can come over and yell at them too, but we'll see. I've been trying to do it all morning, and I can't get more than one fucking conservative at a time. So I'm going to go in the wild for a little while. I want to argue. Okay, see y'all. I will come back up later, though. Later in the afternoon a little bit.